So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about distribution. So what is distribution? It is how scores can be graphed or visually represented across a curve. Things aren't always completely symmetrical like this. Sometimes they are distributed unevenly, like they are over here in these pictures. And those curves are defined by four basic characteristics: mean, skew, variance, and kurtosis. While mean and variance are also part of other things like measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion, when you look at these four together, you know that you're talking about distribution. So for the mean, it's the average and balance point of your scores. So it tells you the average, or where, right here in the middle. So for a standard normal curve, it's going to be in the middle. It's going to be mean, median, and mode. They're all going to be together. Now over here we have some skewed scores, which just means that your mean, median, and mode are not going to be together. Now moving on, we have skew, which we just talked a little bit about. It's your symmetry of your distribution. So normally a normal curve would just go right up here, it'd be like a perfect bell, but this is skewed negatively. Means that maybe your test was too easy. So a lot of students scored up here where no one scored down here, which makes your mode, median, and mean all separate. Now we have variance. Variance is in chapter 4 of the Salvia text. I would recommend giving that a read. It can be difficult to explain in video, but it's known as the average distance from the mean squared. So that is telling you how far people normally scored away from the mean, whereas mean just tells you what the average is. This gives you something to relate to the average. That's why it's good. And you have to have variance to find standard deviation, which is very important. And then lastly, you have kurtosis, which is how peaked your curve is. So you can see this one right here is a positive kurtosis. It's a very sharp, narrow peak. And then down here you have a negative or more flat kurtosis, a flat hill. And that is just, again, a way that you can describe your distribution. So if we go back, you can see, just to review, your distribution is going to be defined by mean, skew, variance, and kurtosis.